Hey guys, what is up? This is Keisha. This is my first live ever on YouTube. I am so glad to be here. I'm kind of nervous, I guess, because I'm so used to going live like on different platforms, Facebook or whatever. But anyway, today I wanted to just hop on here and talk to you guys. I wanted to invite you to my series on the fall of the first family. The fall of the first family. We are going to be taking a deep look at the the supposedly first family, Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. Okay, now I've already had some videos on my channel about Cain and Abel, well, Cain specifically, and I also talked about the pivot that I'm gonna be doing, like in my content or whatever. I'm really still trying to find my way on YouTube. Still pretty new to using YouTube or whatever. But yeah. So my channel is going to focus solely on trying to uplift, highlight behaviors, uplift, and inspire others to be their best self. And the best way we can do that by doing the internal work. Okay, so I am not going to ramble alone. I'm just going to go ahead and I am going to start our video for today. So today's topic is, why did Cain kill Abel? And I probably need to put my glasses on because I got my little handy dandy notes down here. But why did Cain kill Abel? Now, I said to myself that there were three reasons why I felt like Cain killed Abel. The first reason was because he was jealous. The first reason was because he was jealous. And one thing I will say about jealousy is that there is a difference between someone being inspired and somebody being jealous or envious. And in this case, we know that Cain was definitely jealous of his brother Abel. He was jealous of his brother Abel because he felt as if, hold on one second. He was jealous of his brother because he felt as if he was getting something that he was not getting. One, the love and affection. Two, the affirmations. Three, the approval from not just God but also from their parents, right? And we know that Cain likely felt the ways. He definitely was treated differently because of what he represented, right? And so that made him very angry with his brother Abel. And we have to be kind of careful when we out here shaking and moving, simply because you don't know that if you are sleeping with a Cain. You don't know if you're living with a Cain in your house. I truly believe, and this is just me personally, I believe that death comes in a myriad of forms. See, Cain killed his brother physically. However, we could also be kicking it with, spending time with, at the family barbecue, spending time with our loved ones, families, friends, or what have you, and you tell them something that you want to do. Well, girl, what you gonna do that for? That don't make no sense. Well, why you gonna do that? That just don't make no sense. That's stupid. You should have did that when you was young. You should have did that when you ain't had no responsibilities and this, that, and the third. So I said that to say sometimes if you have a Cain in your life, they may not kill you physically or harm you physically, but they may be killing your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, things that you want to do, things you want to maybe pursue, things that you want to uh, uh, hey Rachel, let me see. I can't see the other name. But welcome to the live stream. But you may experience a Cain and they killing your hopes, they killing your dreams, they killing your aspirations. It doesn't necessarily have to be a stranger out on the street. It could be somebody that's close to you, right? And so we see that with the narrative of Cain and Abel. It was the call was coming from inside the household. The enemy was coming from within the household, right? That's why they say that sometimes it's better to move in silence, right? Now, let's jump to point number 2. I got my notes down here. Point number 2. The second reason why I believe that Cain killed Abel was because he was favored. Have you ever, let me see how I can do this. I don't want to, okay, hold on. Have you ever been in a situation, hold on, I don't want to be all crooked and stuff on y'all. Have you, have you ever been in a situation where you've had a conversation with somebody and you're just listening to them talk, right? And they're just like, look at her. She thinks she all of that. Why things always work out for her? Why things always work out for them? Things don't never work out for me. And they're comparing their life to somebody else's life. I want you, if you have ever done that, I would just say that I would suggest gratitude journaling, first of all. Second of all, if you find people that constantly do that, I want you to move with a level of caution. The reason why I say that because constant comparison can definitely lead people to not only where they're not feeling like enough, they can be wishing you harm. They can be like, you know what? I wish she failed. I wish she don't do this. I hope that don't work out for her. And those type of things. That's why I said move with caution around people who are not willing to do the work, to be inspired, to have more out of life, to do more out of life, versus somebody who's just sitting back and being envious and watching people do their own thing, right? So, hey, Cashy Gilbert. Hey there. Rachel Morgan. Hi. Hello. Okay. Um, so the third reason I feel like Cain killed Abel because he was loved and he was accepted. Okay. So I may just do a video about this one here later, because I really want to take my time with this one, because I think this one hones in mostly on sibling rivalry, okay, and favoritism among siblings. Cain felt like Abel was loved and he was accepted, and he killed his brother because his brother was loved, and he wanted to take away this bubbly person, or this person that everybody loved, so that they could feel the pain and the loss and the anguish that he himself felt on the inside, right? And so in my book, I always talk about how we're not sure of how deep somebody jealousy can run. Like, you can be kicking it with a person and or spending time with the person and they can be jealous of you, but I always encourage exercise caution, because you don't know how deep that jealousy and that envy runs, right? Even, can we just be honest? Can we just I want to just be comfortable in saying this. Sometimes the people that is not supportive of you are your family. Sometimes, more than likely, the call for failure always is coming from inside the house. Sometimes the call for the lack of support is always coming from somebody that you know, right? They may not always show up, but you have to show up for you. Don't wait on other people to support you. Don't wait on other people to affirm you. Don't wait on other people to show up for you. You have to show up for you when nobody else shows up for you. And I'm also talking to myself. Because a lot of times we can wait on people to affirm us. We can wait on people to give us their blessing and their permission to say, hey, you're doing a good job. Hey, you're going in the right direction. Hey, you're putting your best foot forward. Hey, I'm so proud of you. Would we like to hear that? Would that be nice? Absolutely. That would be great. But what if you never get it? What if you are sharing your household with a Cain? And again, I said earlier, death does not always have to be physical. You can be sleeping next to somebody and they're not supporting your dreams. You can be living with somebody. You can be sharing the same bloodline with people who do not support your dreams. They may not be checking for whatever it is that you're doing. They may be encouraging you to give up, right? And so I want to let this serve as some encouragement, um just to show up for yourself, even if you are living with a Cain. Even if you're living with a Cain, okay? Um, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, guys. Thank you for joining my live. The people outside doing yard work, yeah. And yeah, I don't want to be rude and continue doing my live with them out there making all that noise. But thank you so much for joining me, guys, for my first live. I want you to stick around because we definitely have more to come. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye bye.